Hey there, it's Fresh Mark Scents with another fresh review. Today's scent is Salvador Ferragamo's Humo, a tiramisu, lavender, ambroxan and geranium scent with a beautiful dose of sweet cardamom in the beginning to kick things off. A very uplifting, sweet daytime scent. It will be great for summer and it will carry you all the way into fall, but not winter, because it doesn't project so much. The longevity is 5 hours projection and 7 hours longevity on the skin. And the next scent, because I like to mix it up, is a caramel and apple scent, Jardin exclusive, with a light violet florals in the background. A little bit of creaminess, so we get that caramel and apple Jolly Rancher mixed with tiramisu, ambroxan and geranium, mixing the sweet with the candied apple. So check both of these out. Great daytime scents. Salvador Humo Ferragamo and Jardin exclusive by Mancera. So in the morning I was feeling like mixing the tiramisu with the candy apple Jolly Rancher for a sweet mix, an uplifting mix. But I had so much success with the chocolate oud mix with Givenchy pistachio pie that I really wanted to give Shagaf Oud another try for its saffron cardamom oud base. I had a great rose note as well. It was very heavy, but I thought it was very adaptable when mixed with other scents. So I decided to mix another scent that I've been using very regularly. That is Gucci Intense Oud. Now this has, like you know from previous videos, it has a frankincense base, but it has pear and saffron on the top with some oud in the middle and woody notes. But the pear actually stands out despite all of the woody notes when sprayed on its own. So I wanted to mix this the idea of oud and sweet notes to create something sweeter. Let's see what happens if I mixed it with a chocolate note. See the frankincense with the chocolate to create a sweet and spicy, and the cinnamon and rum notes in Jean Vavatos Crimson. So the cinnamon and rum notes lighten up the oud and geranium in Shagaf Oud to make it not so spicy, but still has that resinous sweetness mixing with the juiciness of bergamot in Crimson by John Vavatos. It's actually called Nick Jonas special edition, but this is a great scent because they have a CO2 vibe, a CO2 note. This is a very interesting note because it mixes more bitter notes of the oud and adds some smokiness to it, which really amps up the smokiness that's already in Gucci Intense Oud. So what you get is something sweet, smoky, spicy and resinous in a very unique way. If I was to spray it, I sprayed previously, you definitely get the zinginess of that pear because it's bolstered by the bergamot. It was screaming out for attention as a single note that was fleeting after about 30 minutes. But when you add bergamot to the pear, it really has that contrast of fresh, juicy notes with the bitterness of oud, and it's clouded together by the two smoky notes. So it's refreshing, juicy, and unique. I feel that you could, the chocolate note is interesting because it's turned more into a powdery note, which is a slight clash with the frankincense. So it's not as overbearing or heavy as it once was. So definitely the bergamot has broken up the heaviness of the oud and separated it into its fruity characteristics with the pear and its bitter characteristics with the oud. So all in all, with this scent you get a sweet incensey bergamot, saffron and oud combination with the notable sense of pear and bergamot to hold the sweet notes, a smokiness in the middle, and in the base you get a chocolate, musk and smoke combination with the CO2 note of John Varvatos Crimson and the frankincense note. So this is a sweet masculine incense scent. I definitely say it's lighter than Shagaf Oud, which was the original idea, but when we spray it, the top notes, you get the pear, the bergamot, and the sweetness of saffron coming to the top, like a very sweet incense. The saffron comes to the top, and very much like the Gucci Oud Intense, the frankincense, although it's a base note, holds its sweetness throughout, clashing with the pear, but that CO2 note in John Varvatos makes the transition all that much sweeter. Mixed with cinnamon and rum, it turns it into a much lighter and more playful scent that could be worn from fall all the way to summer. This is a warm masculine scent that you could get away with in summer, but it also has those qualities that would suit it better as a skin scent in the colder months of winter. So definitely check out Chocolate Bergamot Oud, my newest creation. Because I have so many mixes, I've actually run out of bottles, so I'm going to continue talking about mixes until my new bottles come. So the next thing I was really interested in the summer was the idea of raspberry lemonade. I just thought it was so refreshing, and a few years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, I tried Millicent Imperial for the first time, and about 1 year ago, and I loved the raspberry note mixed with the C notes. It's a great scent for uplifting more winter scents into a summer vibe, because the C notes make you feel like you're on the seaside, and it's just very uplifting. And I mixed it first time with Lacoste Homme Intense because it had raspberry in it and woody notes. Now in the fall when it was a bit cold and the sun was still out and the sun was still shining, this was great. But I thought, what else is a candied lemon? What else other candied lemon or more realistic lemon could I use? And I thought L'Occitane Cedrat is a very realistic yet slightly candied lemon. Very wearable for somebody who doesn't want to smell like lemon cleaning fluid or anything like that, but also a very fresh scent at the same time. So it's got that perfect balance with the longevity of about 5 hours and 7 hours on the skin. A great longevity for natural product. So I decided to mix the raspberry and C notes with the candied and natural lemon with candied elements in it of L'Occitane Cedrat. Now this has verbena lemon, so it's sharp, yet it has a multifaceted sour and sweet note. If I was to spray it and spray the raspberry on the other side, you get the raspberry and C notes, and you get the refreshing candy lemon from another side. So this is very playful, the mix, very uplifting. It reminds you of raspberry lemonade by the seaside, and you can definitely I'm definitely going to mix this and see what happens with the raspberry C notes and lemon combinations. Now the raspberry in this mixed with the raspberry in this to create a double raspberry. The Zing comes from the quince, the mandarin, and it also has lemon in it as well. But I feel that this is a more complex version that should be worn in the colder months. And for the summer, definitely check out these two, because this is a refreshing lemon that could be worn anytime, and I would recommend L'Occitane to anybody who likes lemon and wants a more wearable lemon that could even go into the colder months but not until winter, because it doesn't project like a beast, but as a natural cross between the two of natural and candied. This is right bang in the middle, little bit earring towards the more natural side. Very wearable, very clean. So those were a few mixes and how to mix them. The chocolatey, spicy, resinous yet sweet ethereal oud of chocolate bergamot oud is spicy, sweet, a little bit of smoky. It's quite similar to precious oud, rather than precious oud has a whiskey and bergamot and more of a cakey, creamy feel, and chocolate bergamot oud is more sweet, resinous, and slightly more incensey, holding with the saffron and frankincense in the base because it is bookended with spicy notes, yet it has that juicy bergamot freshness in it too. So if you like sweeter scents with more cakey oud, I decided to make this because this is a more realistic oud mixing with Gucci Intense oud, but this is still a favorite of mine for a creamy, sweet oud that you could possibly wear in the summer. So definitely check out Precious Oud, and if you like it, talk to me about chocolate bergamot oud and if you would mix anything different. Tap that subscribe bell as well because you want to be notified for every single mix video and new video that I turn out. So check it out and stay fresh. I'd like to say thanks for all the comments in the section. Don't stop commenting because without your comments and subscriptions I wouldn't continue to have as many ideas as I do. I love fragrances and I want you to talk about it, project every day your best scents, and always present yourself as you would like to be seen. So take care guys, stay fresh. I hope you have a great day. Bye.